The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already.
They're saying Leonardo DiCaprio has fled to Italy to avoid the P. Diddy debacle.
Comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
She immediately left after that.
Ever since the feds clapped the cuffs on Diddy, the A-list elite have been scrambling like the Wi-Fi went out at Coachella. And now, reports are saying that tons of celebs are fleeing the country, hiding out in French villas and remote Italian coastlines like it's some kind of rich person witness protection program. Because of this, it's pretty obvious that this isn't just about Diddy anymore. This is about tapes, hundreds of them, allegedly showing half of Hollywood in situations that'd make a Maury episode look like Sesame Street. Are you ready to meet the supposed Diddy list? Let's get started with the one leading the hide-and-seek Olympic team, Kevin Hart. Yeah, Mr. Let Me Explain is now Mr. Let Me Book a Flight to Anywhere But Here. And as crazy as it might sound, he might be running to escape jail time. So, we all know that Kevin Hart's got jokes for days, but lately, he's not laughing, he's ducking. Ever since that 2010 hotel party footage resurfaced, the internet's been giving Kev the side eye. You know the one. Diddy asks for girls to come to the room. Kev's nervous, laughs it off before saying, "I'm not getting in the bed with no one." Yes, I am referring to that video. But here's the kicker. There's a whole new layer to this.
If we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all.
A reality TV cast member just came forward with a bombshell. It turns out that Kevin and Diddy weren't just sharing screen time. They may have been sharing the same girl. So now we're talking about alleged cheating, threats, a girl caught in the middle, and two powerhouses using TV show production to silence drama.
The Diddy girl started screaming at my girlfriend, saying that Diddy was going to sue her because of what she wrote on the note. Worried that we were all going to discuss this sick shit that he was doing on our TV show. Diddy's girl was also sleeping with Kevin Hart, who happens to be married with children and best friends with Diddy. Kevin Hart clearly made the call to Casper to ensure that Diddy's girl stayed quiet about the affair that him and her were having because, once again, he's married.
That's not a love triangle. That's a full-blown Illuminati geometry class. Just imagine the available tapes if this is true. And if that's not enough reason for Kevin to pack his bag and make the move, then I don't know what will. Now, let's talk Usher. Remember that weird live clip where Diddy casually says he and Usher used to wake up together and wrestle over Frosted Flakes?
Drop the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes.
Excuse me, what? Everyone laughed it off at the time. Like, no one was thinking that something was up, right? But now, that clip's aged worse than milk in a hot car. One insider dropped this. Diddy was grooming Usher. Sent him to the hospital. Ask his mama.
Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story.
Ask what really happened at Diddy camp. Now that is no laughing matter. This ain't about cereal. This is about a childhood potentially stolen. Of course, when talking about Usher, we can't forget about the infamous Puffy Flavor camp. Yup, that one. Now, if we connect the dots together, Usher might have seen more than what he already told us about. Because of this, fans are saying he might also be involved with other stuff too. You know, the stuff that will get people in trouble. Or more specifically, the ones that got Diddy in trouble. And if the feds are serious about this case, expect subpoenas and receipts flying faster than a TikTok trend. Now let's talk about Italy. Land of pasta, vino, and dodging extradition? That's right, because guys, Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire were spotted kicking it overseas just days after Diddy's arrest. Coincidence? Maybe. Strategic escape to a non-extradition country? You tell us.
Fans believe Leonardo DiCaprio is hiding out in Italy to escape rumors about his connection to Sean Diddy Combs and his parties leading up to and after Combs' arrest on charges of racketeering.
But don't forget, Leo's got a long, shady history with Diddy. Parties, projects, power plays. In fact, there are even reports saying the Leonardo started distancing himself from Puff after the Cassie case got out of hand. Now, here's the tea. According to sources close to the actor, he hasn't had any connection with Diddy in years, calling the resurfaced images ancient history. But let's be clear, Leo was at those parties in the early 2000s. He was even caught on camera dancing at Diddy's 50th birthday bash in 2019, and was once labeled the #1 VIP invite on Diddy's White Party guest list. But his team is now adamant that Leo was just another young celeb partying like everyone else at the time, and has long since moved past that wild era. One insider put it bluntly, Leo has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. He's focused on his career, his environmental work, and his current relationship, not on Diddy's mounting legal mess. Still, fans can't help but wonder, will any of these grainy party pics come back to haunt him? Well, turns out they will, and now he might be running away. And Toby? Well, don't get Dale Wheatley started on Don's Plum. And what was on screen? Oh, just a whole lot of toxic, revealing footage of Hollywood's favorite good boys acting real bad behind the scenes. Of course, fans will not spin the rumor mill without evidence, because just recently, Toby was seen soaking in the Mediterranean sunshine during a high-profile yacht getaway in Saint-Tropez, surrounded by A-list company, including longtime friend Leonardo and a group of, let's say, stylish women. The 48-year-old Spider-Man actor kept it casual and low-key during the outing, opting for a black t-shirt, patterned swim shorts, and a black baseball cap. He even went ahead and accessorized simply, carrying a pair of sunglasses and staying hydrated with a bottle of water, seemingly unfazed by the paparazzi snapping away. We all know that he kept a relatively low public profile in recent years, appeared relaxed and in good spirits as he strolled the harbor alongside Leo. The duo, famously dubbed part of the Pussy Posse in their younger Hollywood days, proved they still know how to vacation in style, surrounded by models, sunshine, and million-dollar views. Among the group was British model Neelam Gill, who turned heads in a bold leopard print maxi dress and neon accessories. However, it was Toby's effortlessly cool and understated vibe that drew attention from longtime fans who are used to seeing him out of the spotlight. Despite not being one to seek headlines, Toby's appearance in Saint-Tropez has reignited public interest in his social life and close connection with Leo and, of course, Diddy. Moving on, we have another controversial name on the list who might also be on the run. She danced into our homes with joy and sneakers, but now Ellen DeGeneres has danced her way out of the country. And the timing? Suspect. Just days after Diddy's arrest, it was reported that she packed her bags. Why? Well,
did Ellen DeGeneres leave America? You know why she left America, right? It's not because of Trump. When they blame Trump, that's called scapegoating. For all you ladies and gentlemen that have been scapegoated in your life, you know what that is. That's scapegoating. I'm not saying Trump is good. I'm saying he is being used as a target to distract from the pedophilia, the videos, and the child trafficking that these people do and have left the country because they don't want those lists being released. That's the problem, okay? That's the problem.
Diddy wasn't just a guest on her show. He was a regular, like frequent flyer miles regular. Bro, this wasn't an interview, it was a confessional. And get this, during one of his appearances, Diddy literally had an IV in his arm. Said he just got tapped backstage. Again, people didn't really think much when she made this joke, but now that everything is out of the bag, Ellen's comments are starting to sound really off. According to Cassie's lawsuit and multiple reports, these freak-offs were so intense that people needed IVs to recover. Now that ain't partying, that's straight-up medical intervention after alleged illegal activity. To be fair, Ellen hasn't been accused of anything, but that doesn't mean the people she platformed won't be bringing her name up once these trials begin. At this point, it's only a matter of time. Moving on, let's talk about something serious. Let's talk about Stephen Twitch Boss and Anne Hetch. And yes, they have an alleged eerie connection with Ellen and Diddy. A resurfaced clip where Ellen calls Diddy Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff has gone viral, with social media users suggesting there may have been more to their bond than just laughs and dance moves. And the timing of all this is where things get really unsettling. Now, Ellen's former DJ, the beloved Twitch, died by apparent suicide in late 2022. It shocked the world. Shortly before that, Anne Hetche, Ellen's ex-girlfriend, died in a fiery car crash. Officially, both were ruled as accidents, tragic but explainable. And yet, the internet isn't buying it. Whispers have turned into theories, and you'll be shocked at what fans found after the thorough dig. While there's no hard evidence, that hasn't stopped TikTokers, Reddit sleuths, and conspiracy theorists from piecing together what they claim is a pattern, a culture of silence, intimidation, and control. As a result, word on the street is that Ellen might even be part of this tragic incident. We've seen it before. Ellen was already hit with toxic workplace allegations back in 2020, so is it really that far-fetched to question what else might be lurking? Up next, we have JLO. Okay, Jennifer had been the talk of the town for years now. Like, this woman is not getting any break from controversies. Like, her alleged flop comeback, her roller coaster relationships, and now her possible connection with Diddy. It's just crazy to be living her life. We have to go back to the 90s to completely get the picture, during the time when she was Diddy's ride or die. And now, more than 20 years later, her name is back in the headlines, and not in the way her PR team wants. Because if Lil Rod's lawsuit is to be believed, J-Lo's connection to Diddy might not just be about old love songs and red carpet photos. It might be about gun trafficking, obstruction, and covering for a violent crime. Yup, it's time we talk about that infamous 1999 nightclub shooting, and how Jennifer Lopez may have played a bigger role than we were ever told.
Jennifer Lopez getting dragged into the Diddy trial of it all? We gotta talk about this one. So it says here that Jennifer Lopez faces allegedly being dragged into ex-Sean Diddy Combs' high-profile trial as prosecutors seek to use evidence from the infamous 1999 nightclub that led to both stars being arrested.
Let's rewind to December 27, 1999, a freezing New York night, but inside Club New York, things were heating up. And when I say heat up, I mean Diddy, Jennifer, and rapper Shine, real name Jamal Barrow, were out celebrating. Music, bottles, VIP booths, the usual. But sometime around 2:55 a.m., a fight broke out. And little did they know, it was about to change their lives forever. Like the kind that will hunt them wherever they go. Witnesses say it was between Diddy, Shine, and a man named Matthew Scar Allen. Tempers flared, guns were drawn. 3 innocent bystanders were shot. What followed was total chaos, screaming crowds, shattered glass, and sirens. And when the smoke cleared, police arrested all 3, including Jennifer Lopez. Yes, J-Lo was booked that night. That's how we got those mugshots. The glamorous, stunned face of a pop star caught in a situation way over her head. But here's where things start to smell funny. While J-Lo was quickly released and charges against her were dropped, Shine wasn't so lucky. He took the fall, charged with 3 counts of attempted murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon. He always claimed he acted in self-defense. Did he? He lawyered up, beat the charges, and walked. But now, Lil Rod's lawsuit is cracking this whole thing wide open again. According to court filings, Diddy confessed in private that he was the one who fired the gun, not Shine. Worse? The lawsuit alleges that Jennifer Lopez carried the gun into the club for him. That's right, the girl next door from the Bronx, allegedly acting as a gun mule for one of the most powerful men in hip-hop. The lawsuit claimed that Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York City with rapper Shine. Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. Let that sink in. That's not just an accessory. That's active involvement in a felony-level shooting. So why were her charges dropped back then? Who protected her? Made you think, right? And now, decades later, with feds circling Diddy's entire empire, Guess who's conveniently left the country? As the legal firestorm intensifies, J.Lo has been noticeably absent. She's been spotted overseas, far away from the chaos erupting around Diddy. And listen, celebrities travel all the time, sure. But the timing? Suspicious at best. Sources close to the investigation say that federal agents may be planning to reopen the 1999 nightclub case, especially with new testimony emerging from Lil Rod and others. So the question is, are the feds already talking to Jennifer Lopez? And if not, why hasn't she spoken publicly? Because this isn't just old gossip anymore. This is a potential federal probe into gun crimes, obstruction, and perjury. And if J.Lo really did carry that firearm into the club and pass it to Diddy, investigators will absolutely want to know what she remembers, what she saw, and what she's been hiding. Now, in classic celebrity fashion, people from J.Lo's past are coming out of the woodwork, including her first husband, Ojani Noah, who is now speaking out loud and clear. They were married briefly, from 1997 to 1998, before J.Lo started publicly dating Diddy. But according to Ojani, the real story behind their divorce is way messier than tabloids ever revealed. He claims that while he was managing her Pasadena restaurant, J.Lo began working with Diddy in New York, and that's when the betrayal began. In his own words, he said, "I would ask Jennifer, what did I do to you that you have taken me so to court? You have accused me, lied, created false things about me, and called companies and TV networks not to give me work." He also claims she blackballed him in Hollywood. And now, he's finally clapping back. But here's where things get even crazier. In a now viral Instagram post, Ojani addressed rumors about Diddy's alleged freak-off parties, the same parties that Cassie and others have referenced in lawsuits detailing sexual abuse, trafficking, and manipulation. Ojani wrote, "No and no. Never. But my ex-wife, Jennifer Lopez, aka J.Lo, did. Ask her. Oh, and ask her about the X-tapes, the 7,134 toys, and the baby oil." Excuse me, what? Yes. X-tapes, toys, baby oil. These aren't phrases you drop casually. This was a direct shot, not just at J.Lo, but at her possible involvement in Diddy's secret world. He even posted a list, a supposed record of celebrities who've either been to or been involved in Diddy's notorious parties. Right there, bold and center, is Jennifer Lopez's name. Now look, we can't confirm the accuracy of that list. And legally, we're not saying J.Lo did anything illegal. But the pattern is troubling. One by one, people connected to Diddy are either staying silent, disappearing, or suddenly being name-dropped in lawsuits. And J.Lo? Her refusal to speak, even after that Cassie video leaked, is becoming more deafening by the day. Fans are asking, why hasn't J.Lo addressed any of this? In fact, she hasn't spoken about the nightclub shooting. She hasn't denounced Diddy. She hasn't commented on the mounting lawsuits, the raid on his homes, or even the disturbing allegations around Cassie and other women.
Do you have any comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
Don't lean. Don't lean. Be nice and fine.
You'd think someone with her platform would at least say something, especially considering the movement of solidarity among women in the industry right now. Instead, she's vanished, doing photo ops with Ben Affleck or quietly flying abroad while the U.S. legal system takes aim at her ex. So what happens now? If the case from 1999 is officially reopened, you can bet Jennifer Lopez will be on that witness list. Investigators will want a full statement, and maybe more. If Lil Rod's claims are backed by evidence, and if other witnesses confirm her role, she could be looking at serious legal scrutiny. Best case scenario, she's interviewed and released. Worst case, she's indicted as an accessory to a decades-old crime that still hasn't seen justice. And let's not forget Shine, the man who did 10 years in prison, deported, blackballed, and erased from the industry. If it turns out he was covering for Diddy, and J.Lo played a role in enabling that cover-up, the fallout could be massive. Now people are asking some pretty serious questions. Did J.Lo help Diddy dodge justice in 1999? Is she hiding something? And if so, how long before the truth catches up to her? only time will tell. But as this lawsuit spreads like wildfire and more names get dragged into the spotlight, one thing's for sure: more names are going to get dragged into this mess. But what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell because we're just getting started.